morning. It is day 40 today. Day 39 just didn't happen. I went and did Mount Baden-Powell and then got back to camp at about 8 o'clock the other night, and the heavens opened during the night. It was really stormy, the wind was blowing. It honestly did not stop raining all day, and then it turned to hailstone, then it turned to snow. So literally the whole day yesterday I just hid in my tent trying to keep warm. I didn't want to be out at 7,500 feet in a snowstorm on my own. And it was kind of cool because I went to the toilet a couple of times obviously, and everybody was there. Nobody left camp, I don't think. So I think it was the wise decision to make. This morning I've woken up, do you know when you're at home and it's winter and you have to literally de-ice your car by scraping it with something? I was doing that with my tent for about 10 minutes, and that was when I finally got out of my tent because all the zippers had frozen, so I couldn't even get out to start with. So I've had an interesting morning. If I believed in omens, I honestly believe that the PCT would be trying to tell me to go home. It has been absolutely bonkers. I'm sorry, but Southern California, it's crazy. The weather is absolutely just bonkers. There's no other word for it. One minute I'm literally sweltering at 7:30 in the morning, and the next minute I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. I was walking back down from the mountain the other day and I was literally on the floor. The wind blew me over twice. I was literally on the floor, not just a little bit wobbly, like properly face planting. At one point I got blown into a tree, so I had my arms wrapped around a tree. It's been an adventure to say the least. So I'm setting off this morning. I waited till the sun came up, so it's about 8 o'clock now, 7:30, 8 o'clock I think. I'm absolutely freezing still. I am so cold. I've got all my thermals and everything still on underneath. I'm going to try and make 17 or 20 miles today just so I can get a little bit further down in elevation, but I'm going to have to just take it steady because all the snow is still everywhere, and the trail, as you can see, has still got snow on it. So even finding the trail this morning was a bit of an adventure. So I'm going to keep you posted. I'm going to put the camera away for a bit and try and warm up and just keep hiking, and I will keep you posted with how the day goes. Now I may be absolutely freezing cold, but walking along here this morning, oh my goodness, it smells so amazing. I know it sounds a bit strange me talking about the trail smelling, but it's honestly, all you can smell is the pine and the earthy smell, all the freshness, all the snow's melting, so you've got all the trees dripping. Oh, it just smells absolutely divine on trail this morning, and it is so peaceful. All you get every now and then is like these tiny little birds flying around or burying away to try and get something out of the ground. It is an absolutely gorgeous morning. It's so peaceful. It's weird because I'm having to walk quite fast, and I can't even talk because my mouth feels that cold, but I'm having to walk really fast just to try and keep warm. And every now and then I'll get to like a little sunspot, and my friend Jennifer on trail did this and I'll never forget her doing it. She gets to a sunspot like this and just stands there and goes and she calls it solar charging. I like that. So every now and then I keep stopping to solar charge, and then like walking really fast again and carrying on. But I love the trail. I really love the trail. I don't love being cold all the time, and all I feel like I've done is be cold. I still wouldn't change it for anything in the world, and it is absolutely amazing. I know I'm climbing another little mountain today, just another mountain, you know, like you do. I think it's called Mount Williamson, but it's not as bad as the last one, so hopefully it should be okay. And I'm hoping to get down in elevation a little bit today, so at least tonight it might be a little bit more comfortable. But who knows, this is the PCT and it seems to be throwing everything at me so far, so bring it on. I'm still going. I love the sound of woodpeckers. I can't see where he is, but I can hear him. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I never thought I'd actually see the day where a frog would actually stop me from hiking on the PCT. I've actually just walked down from where I was at camp a couple of miles ago and started walking across the road to go back on the trail again. But a load of hikers were walking up the road and I'm thinking, but the trail doesn't go that way, it goes this way. But what they've actually done is decided not to do this little section that I'm on now, because later on I'm going to kind of like climb up 1,000 or so feet, go round near Mount Williamson and then back it down a little bit, but then I'm going to have to come off trail and do a detour because of this endangered frog. So what they've decided to do is just not even bother with this bit and just go straight on the road for ease. I think it's easier or quicker or what have you. But I just want to catch every PCT mile I can, so I've decided to do it anyway. I know it's making it tougher on myself, but I like doing all the PCT miles that are available and I plan on doing so. But I expected fires, floods, you know, really heavy snowfall, things like that to get me off the PCT. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect a frog. So when I get closer, what I'll do, I'll try and find out about this frog and see why it's so endangered or what type it is and give you some more information on it. But for now, I'm going to start climbing. I went wrong. I'm back where I was half an hour ago. I took a wrong turn. I went right instead of left. But the trail was very nice. It was it was a nice flat trail and went down a little bit. But now I've been climbing back up for half a mile, heading back to the PCT. I thought this mountain was a little bit too easy. Yeah, I took a wrong turn straight after the road. So anyone that's coming over the road at about mile 362, I think it, no, not 362, 392, go left when there's a switchback, not right. Oh. So right at the top of here was where I was basically camped last night. It doesn't look so scary this morning when the sun shines on it. We have some incredible views up here on Mount Williamson. I've just got down to a very quiet road. I think it's actually blocked off. I'm not sure if that's because of the frogs or not, but this PCT actually crosses over and goes up that hill over there. And I think I can do another 0.9 miles on it before I actually have to come off and then do road walking, I believe, because of the frogs. So I'm going to carry on up there rather than go on the road, still get those miles in. For lunch today, I actually prepared it last night. So last night I did a butternut squash and kale risotto, which was in a packet. And I also made up some soup that had loads of dried vegetables in it and some beans. I mixed it all together and had half of my dinner last night and put the rest in a little Ziploc bag in my jar, my Talenti jar. And this is what I'm actually having, if you can see it. So it's got lots of carbohydrates and goodness in it, so I'm looking forward to that. It is cold, there's no point in heating it up during the day, but I kind of like doing that. It reminds me of being at home. I always used to cook like dinner on a night time and then always have the leftovers for lunch the next day. So I'll have that. I've also got some electrolytes in my water today as well. And then after this, I've actually got to hit the road. So it's going to be strange doing a road walk because I don't think I've done any of that so far on the PCT, not properly anyway. So I've got that for a couple of miles before I can get back on the trail, to avoid the yellow-legged frog, which is an endangered species. So the forest are protecting that, which is good. I kind of like the idea that I'm not being disturbing any frogs that are endangered, and hopefully they'll thrive and live long and prosper. But for now, I'm going to tuck into my dinner because I'm absolutely starving as usual, and I will speak to you later. This is fun, walking on the road in the clouds. Only another 4 or 5 miles to go. I've just finished walking the road section and I'm now at Buckhart campground, which is where you go back through kind of a different detour and then up to the PCT. A lot of people carry on this road, which will take you directly again back to the PCT but further along it. But because I can go on the Buckhart way and kind of climb up and get back on the PCT earlier, that's what I'm choosing to do. So I'm just having a snack. This is called a Pro Bar meal, superfood slam. It has got so much goodness in it. If anyone's interested, it's a gluten-free vegan type of thing. It is just full of seeds and rice things, and it's very, very good. It's got loads of healthy things in it and loads of healthy oils and fats and things like that. So I highly recommend these, and they're quite filling as well. So I'm going to head back up this way once I've finished eating, get back on the PCT. It looks like I'm going to be in the clouds and it's gone very cold again. So I'm going to get a move on and get back up there and then get back on the actual mileage again. I'm walking along, typical Mary fashion. This is what I thought was going to be the trail. An actual drain for all the water. Oh, this isn't going to end well. Why do they have to do alternative routes? I'm going to end up somewhere completely random, aren't I? Oh wow, look at these flowers starting to bloom. They're actually just coming up through the ground. That is amazing. That is so great. Oh, wow. Look at the bottom of this cool tree. How amazing is that? It's actually got legs. It is a tree with legs. That is an amazing tree. I have to admit, I'm really enjoying this Buckbeak trail. Oh, it's not Buckbeak, it's Buckhart trail. I think I'm getting it confused with that flying bird thing of Harry Potter. Buckhart trail, I'm sure it is. I'll redo this if I'm wrong. But it's very pretty. It's a very nice alternative. I'm so glad I chose to do this rather than go the roadway. It's like a family camping area where people, the trail's very well marked, so it's quite an easy, steady kind of path, and there's water flowing everywhere. Toilets back there. I actually walked past the public toilets. What's wrong with me? I should be using them where I can. I've probably gone into nature now where I'm thinking, oh, I'll go later. But oh, it's so pretty. It's still quite chilly, but the sun's out and I'm away from any cold wind, which is good. And it's so quiet. I've not seen anybody. It's so weird. I'm used to seeing like people passing every now and then. But today's just been one of those really strange days where I've kind of been on my own nearly the whole time. One thing that did happen though is I bumped into a girl called Flower and her partner Superman, who have actually been carrying my Crocs for about a week. And bless her, I think I felt a little bit bad because she's been wearing them as well, because she lost one of her sandals. But I think she's going to get a new pair in a couple of days, so I didn't feel too bad about that. But I kind of offered, I was like, oh, I feel really bad about taking them back off you now. But she was fine. But yeah, it was so weird actually just bumping into them, the only two people I've seen all day. And they're the ones that were carrying my Crocs. So Flower, thank you so much. I'm very happy to be reunited with my Crocs for crossing rivers again. I can't say I've ever seen a tree go from 1 into 3 before. It's a triple tree. It's amazing. I've never seen that before. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. It literally just starts out with 1 trunk and then just splits here. I'm back on the PCT. Yay! That was an interesting little detour. I've just had a little look over here to see if I could see any frogs with yellow legs, but there was nothing going on. So off I go. Back on the PCT. Yay! Well, there we go. There's gonna be home for the night. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. I love it. So I'm just in the process of setting up camp. It's still drying out a little bit from yesterday with all the snow and the ice that was on it. So I've just got half of it set up and I've put my water on to boil, which is just down here. So I've got that just boiling, and tonight I'm actually going to have one of these Knorr Fiesta sides. It's called a Spanish rice, and that's got rice with peppers and sweet tomato sauce. I've not had one of these before. Apparently it only cooks in 7 minutes. So I'm going to put that in the boiling water, make a cup of tea first, put the rest of this in the boiling water, and then let it sit for a little while and probably reheat it in about 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm looking forward to trying it. It's got lots of chili powders, peppers, spices and things like that in it. And I've also got some tofurkey, which I've got for my protein, so I'm going to add that into it as well. So I'm looking forward to this tonight because it's quite cold still. So it'll be nice to have something hot for dinner. And there's my dinner. So I've actually mixed in the tofu. It's like tofurkey. I think it's some kind of Mediterranean spice slices. Let me show you what they look like. It's these. They come in a pack like this, and I just tear them up, pop them in there with some protein. I'll probably eat a few as well on the side. And there's my dinner. Nice hot Spanish rice with tofurkey. As I watch the sunset in the distance.